Well, hello. Nice to see you all here. Didn't think we would be back here. I really didn't. But Texas girl has other plans for me. Mm. Hello, everybody. Um, Anne was live, and I waited for Anne so she can do her live first. And I'm going to come in here. I'm going to speak on Texas Girl, and then I'm going to discuss a little bit of what happened last night. Yep, she burned another bridge. So, Texas Girl, this morning I got up and I received this. Not from her. And I'm not a happy camper. So, I guess this is a community, well, I don't guess. This is a community post. She said, I was sent this post from Reddit, our bottom feeders of YouTube. Beware when Amber and Heidi call, it will be recorded and used as content. First of all, I have never, ever recorded any phone calls. None. When Amber called me, she already told you that she had it recorded, and I didn't realize that she was still recording me. Okay? So, again, I never recorded you. I've never recorded anyone. I'm going to tell you again to keep my name out your mouth, you lying, obsessive piece of shit. Or I will be the one to call your husband, who's now retired, and get your fucking ass off the internet. You've lost your damn mind. I didn't record you. That was Amber. And I have a guest that's going to come up, and I'm going to drop that link for my guest so she can come up. And she's going to tell you about this obsessive piece of trash. Okay? I'm calling you obsessive piece of trash with no life. Your husband's retired now, right? Shouldn't you be spending time with your husband? Shouldn't you be spending time with your husband? Or he doesn't want to be around your drunk ass. Is that it? Oh, shit. I dropped my Canva. I need to delete that. I thought I sent this. I dropped my Canva. I am really pissed. Okay, let me say hi. I dropped the link. Amber, would you mind checking to see? Let's see. Hi, Misty Mo. Hi, Truth Coming. Hi, Go Getter. Hello, guys. Welcome in. Welcome in. Dance You Won. I like that. Just keeping it real. Hello. Hi, Hate. Brandy. Let Them. Hello. Savage, my girl. Dorit. Hello. Stacy. Hello. M to the B. Cosmic. Hello. Sweet Potato. Hi. Can it be 4? Hello, hello, hello. I saw Simply Sophie. Hi, sweetie. Selfie Queen. Hi. I really don't want to Dead Becky. Oh, damn. Never saw that before. Hi. How are you? Welcome in. Sweets and Beyond. Hello, hello, hello. Tragic TV. Hello. Petty, hello. Chantel, hello. Chicken Chick, hello. Kirsten, hello, hello, hello. Bulletproof, hi. Y'all are in here, damn it. So, again, if anybody is not familiar, I'm sure everybody knows. Okay, hold on. Here she is. Whoo! Let's go for it. Hello, my dear.
Hey there, how are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm okay. I think I'm in here okay. I've never used this
Nope,
streaming.
you're in here fine. Hi, 11. Hi, Miss Bella Zoe. Hi, Sweet Potato. Okay, you're in here fine. So, everyone, this is Susan Georgia Peach.
Hey,
Okay,
y'all.
for those who don't recognize her voice, I know you're shaking in your boots right now, Texas girl. Right, right. Okay. Whoo! Hi, JJ. JJ says she can't tag anyone. I mean, can't tag everybody. So, Susan Georgia Peach asked for me to give her a call. Okay. So I gave Susan Georgia Peach a call. Hi, Flavor. I don't see if she's in here. Hi, Flavor. Hi, hi, hi. So, hi, Christoph. So, let me start by saying that Susan and Texas Girl used to stream together. Am I correct on that, right?
You are correct. We
Okay.
were streaming together in 2023 and part of 24.
Okay. So, you guys are going to find out how long her obsession has been with Flavor. Okay. Hi, Jelly Bean. She has been obsessed with Flavor. Okay. So, you guys used to stream and you used to cover Bombshell or Jenny Jen Jen. Who did you guys cover?
We covered Bombshell and Jenny Jen Jen, and then it kind of broke off to the people that were on Jenny's panels and all. And at that time, it was like Flava was up there some, and oh, whatever that girl is that does memes and stuff. I can't. Paige was up
Okay.
there, but we were streaming, and um, a lot of the streaming was about Flava. Um, because I had a big issue with Flava. She was having an issue with Flava with her background.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of became what I called an obsession.
Okay. So, when you said it kind of became an obsession, give me some examples.
Well, that was all she was wanting to stream on was Flava. I mean, it was all the time. Um, and the streams, I mean, I hate to say they were not very nice. Um, you know, um, a lot of it was because Flava was getting super chats, cash apps, and it's all about the money. I've never earned a check on YouTube, not one. When I was monetized, I never earned a check. That wasn't what I was doing it for. Um,
Now,
but
do
it
you
was just
remember?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Hi, Guidey Girl. Do you remember when I said that her jealousy was really bad over the super chats that Amber was getting and she wasn't getting the same super chats?
Yeah, I mean, it was frustrating that, you know, doing streams and not getting cash apps or super chats, when you look at channels at the time like Bombshell when she was really going, people throwing money, and then, Flava, people throwing the money at her. So it just become an issue. So that was her thing. There was an obsession with Flava.
Hmm.
And when
Oh,
our friendship ended, then I told her I'm not gonna be your obsession like Flava.
so your friendship ended over a meme that she put up, correct?
She had put a post on YouTube that was talking about depression and friendship um and stuff, and I answered it because we had kind of been going back and forth and back and forth, and she was talking about um what she doesn't require in a friendship or whatever, or what she required. And
Mm-hmm.
I answered back to it. And I answered it sentence by sentence, the opposite of what she had on there. I said, my friendship doesn't have requirements. My friendship doesn't have contingencies. My friendship doesn't have obligations. You don't have to call every day As long as it's organic, unforced, and non-toxic, you'll forever have my love and support. And then in parentheses, I put, oh, it definitely has requirements. You said and did the exact opposite of this post. You said I've been different since I've been spending time with my family.
Wait a minute. So she sent you, she put a meme on her community tab because
Well, no,
you
it was on her
were
Facebook. It
on her
was on her
Facebook.
Facebook wall.
On her
Yeah.
Facebook because you weren't responding to her just like she did with Amber and threw my name in there. There's a pattern of behavior here. I'm sorry. Go ahead, girl. Go ahead.
Yeah. You know, and I wrote on her, I said, she said, you've been different since I started spending time with my family. You've been negative about it, and it feels like you've tried to discourage it from happening. Because when my mom passed away, our family busted up. I mean, it was all over money. And we were reconnecting when one of my brothers passed away. And we were getting our family back. And to me, family is more important than anything. So I said, that's why I backed away. You know, family comes first. And I said, I refuse to sit all day, every day on YouTube fighting with people I'll never meet. Family will always come first. I wish you well and think you need to take your own advice. Well, then it just started from there. The text messaging started over and over and over. And you know, I was telling her, stop texting me, stop texting me. So I finally blocked her on my phone. And then the emails started. And so the emails kept going and going and going and going, you know, and finally they were ending because I said something and I should never have said it.
Say
And
what you
I
told her, girl. Say what you told her.
Yeah,
Say what you told her.
I apologized to her, but my response to her was go have another drink.
Oh, 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 oh. Go have another what?
Drink. And I said, you know, I'm not gonna be your obsession. Not gonna happen. And I blocked her. I blocked her on my email, and we had no contact for, this was September of 24, until like a month ago, maybe. No, this was in 2023. So in September 2023, I'm looking at the date now. And I had no contact with her until a month or so ago when she wanted me to come on panel with her and Amber and tell my experience with Bombshell. And that's when I came back. But I mean, I've been gone since 2023.
So now, did she not get upset when you were at the ballpark with your nephew, your grandnephew?
That was what kind of started the whole thing when I said family will come first, because we used to talk every morning. I mean, it was like clockwork every morning, usually between 10 and 11. And then when I reconnected with my family, my great nephews are in Little League, and I was at the ball field with them. I was spending time with my brother, my best friend, that I've had since I was 15. And so that weekend, I spoke with her, I think, on Thursday, and then I didn't talk to her again till Tuesday because I was busy with family. And then on Tuesday, she asked me where I was because we talked every day. And I was like, I was with family and all. And she's like, well, why couldn't you pick up the phone? And I was like, well, YouTube's not my priority. Family is. So that was when it started, that phone call. And then the messages and all started going back and forth. And we never brought this to YouTube.
And what kind of names was she calling you, Susan?
I mean, at that time, I was an evil bitch. You
Oh,
know, she was seeing my real side. I'm evil.
oh, same thing she said to me. Okay, go ahead, girl.
So I just,
Oh, she dropped. She'll come right back. Okay, hold on. Let me drop this again for Susan. This is crazy. Something is going on. Hold on. I just got a weird message. Okay, hold on. There she is. There she is.
I don't know.
Okay. Okay, go ahead, ma'am.
So, we never brought it to YouTube. And then, with everything, I see your question, Simply Sophie.
Yeah,
The,
that's why I put it there. But I want you to finish what you were saying, sweetie.
once it cut, I lost my train of thought. It had something to do with um, family and the names I was being
You
called.
were out. Okay, so I asked you what kind of names did she start calling you?
I was an evil bitch. That was her word. Um, and I was calling her obsessive. Um, that was the main word, evil bitch. And she said she saw the real me, and what I said to her when I told her to go have another drink, that's not that's not generally me, but it had been going and going and going. And it wasn't just the messages that started that day. It had been the months before when I would tell her, I was talking to my nephews. I was talking to my best friend. Um, and my son doesn't like my best friend, um, my brother's ex-wife. He doesn't care for her, never has. Some of my brothers don't care for her. And I had told her some of that. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and there was some concern there, but it just escalated over time. And then when she put the post on Facebook about friendship and requirements, um, it was the exact opposite of how she was acting. And so I responded to it because I was like, she said she was about Amber getting frustrated, and not saying anything. Well, I was doing the same thing. I was getting frustrated and frustrated and frustrating every time she said something about me, hanging with family.
Mm-hmm.
And when I didn't answer the phone in 4 days because I was with family. And it just finally just that Tuesday when we got on the phone, it just exploded. And so it just went from there. And I haven't been on here since then until she called a month or so ago.
So when she called you a month or so ago, after
Mhm.
saying all those things to you, you're an evil bitch, you're a coward, which she did call you a coward. How did she feel she had the right, or how did she start that conversation off?
Um, she sent, I believe, a text first. Um, I guess to see if she was still blocked or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then I got the text and it was saying, can you come on panel or something? And I was the one that actually called her, and I was like, what? What do you want?
Mm-hmm.
Um, and she was wanting to know if I would come on panel with her and Amber to talk about my experience with Bombshell. And she apologized for the things she said, and I apologized for the things I said because I said
Okay.
I should have never told her to have another drink. And then it's
So
just
that's
kind
what
of
she
gone
was
from there.
concerned about, you telling her to have another drink.
No, no, she
Okay.
didn't bring that up. I was the one that said, when we were apologizing to each other, I was the one that said I should have never told you to have another drink because that statement
Okay.
had bothered me for a year. So that was the main thing I was apologizing for.
Okay. So
And
she brought you back to discuss what happened with Bomb and you and Stella, right?
right, she got Stellar to come back because me and Stellar had pretty much um quit the drama. I left YouTube. Stellar was still here on his channel, but he was doing different stuff and not doing drama.
So when you guys were streaming about Flavor, what was she? Because you first started about JJJ, but when you were streaming about Flavor, what kind of things would she say about Flavor?
Well, I mean, at the time we were both talking about it. You know, when I come back,
Okay.
I went in Flavor's chat and I apologized. But it was a lot of the we felt like it was grifting at the time, like Bombshell does. You know, when she was taking her daughter for prom dresses and stuff like that. You know, it seemed like it was the same grifting that Bombshell does that we complained about. And I was like,
Okay.
how can you go and talk about Bombshell doing these things when you're out grifting?
So it was
And
all about what she was doing on YouTube.
right.
Okay.
And then we said the same thing when the issue with Jenny come up. You know, we were saying, how can you go after somebody for doxing or whatever when you're doing it on your own channel? So it was just
Okay. Well,
stuff
but
like
you
that
said
that
she
we were
became
talking.
obsessed. The word you used was she became obsessed with Flavor.
Yeah, it was Flava all the time. Um, and it was as obsessive, the streams we were doing and stuff. And so when I ended the friendship, then I said, I'm not going to be your obsession like Flava.
So, and what did she say to that? Did she say anything?
That was in the last message that I sent her. When I told her to have another drink, and I said, "Stop messaging me. I'm not gonna be your new obsession like Flava." And I blocked her on the email. I figured out how to block her on email, and so I didn't get any more messages because she didn't have another way to contact me.
Okay. And was she aware of the fact that Flavor never asked for donos? She was just speaking about taking her daughter prom dress shopping.
Um, she was aware of it. Um, I guess we were both aware of it, and the thing we said is, what's the difference when at the time Bombshell was going online, and showing her Amazon wish list. And, she never came out and asked for money on those. She just was shopping and she was like, "Ooh, I want one of those," or "Ooh, I like that. I need one of those." But she never said, "Hey, can y'all get this for me? Can you buy it for me?" It was just shopping and kind of doing the little under messages, not
So
directly
that's what
asking for
she
money.
assumed that she was doing under messages, correct? But I'm reading this chat, and everybody in this chat that's saying Flavor never asked them for shit. They just wanted to support their niece.
Right. And I know Flava never asked for money. Like she never said, buy this prom dress, buy this, buy that.
Okay.
But um the way I guess me and her at the time both looked at it was, it looks like the same thing as Bombshell. If you're going in a store and shopping and showing these dresses and saying you want this for your daughter, at the time it kind of looked the same as Bombshell going online and shopping. Um
So let me see. If I go into the store, okay, let me just see. I go into the store and I'm looking at stuff and I'm like, ooh, I like this. And that's me subliminally telling my chat that I want them to buy it for me.
that was kind of what she was pushing, and asking me, and I was like, well, I don't know. I didn't know Flava at the time.
I get you.
Um,
Okay. So
I
what
all I knew was that, I had heard um Flava's background report. Liz in one, you want to come up on panel and tell me what I'm lying about?
Okay, so what I'm going to say is, okay, so we know Flavor's background, okay, but
Right.
she didn't go into the store and burn it down, did she? Did she get paid
No,
to burn the store down?
no.
Okay, so did she run around with a gas can threatening the chat to tell them that if they don't buy her daughter's dress? Because what I'm hearing is, did you feel that way, or this is what Texas girl was stating, so you started feeling that way? I'm just trying to understand.
Yeah, that was it, you know, because
Okay,
I didn't stream first. She was streaming and had her channel first. And so generally, as everybody said, she talked over me, she took the lead. Um, and I did start feeling that way, you know, that Flava was doing the same thing as Bomb. But I learned later, you know, that Flava wasn't like that.
okay, but her obsession still became Flavor. No matter what Flavor did, no matter what Flavor streamed about, she was all about streaming and restreaming or talking about Flavor.
That was what she was doing then. And then when I left YouTube, I don't know what she was doing. Um, I'm assuming because she was obsessed with Flava then and Bombshell. So, um, once I left, I don't imagine that obsession stopped automatically.
No,
Um,
because I don't know if, well, you said you heard my live when she was up on my panel saying how she really wanted Flavor and Flavor and Amber to be friends because they're powerhouses, and she thinks that they're good together. Did you buy that?
no, not really.
And why?
I don't believe anybody on here is like a real powerhouse. I
Okay.
think, you know, we have different amounts of subs and stuff and different interaction, but I mean, everybody does their channel, you know, they wanted the way they want to. Um, and I just don't think anybody is, you know, Jenny's over there promoting herself as a mob boss, and,
As
you
a
know, I
cult
don't see
leader.
her.
Like
Yeah.
a cult leader. I'm sorry, let me stop. But so Texas, so when did you realize that she may drink a little too much? Or she may have irrational behavior?
It wasn't like irrational like the other day when she was yelling at y'all and stuff. Um, but
Oh, she dropped again. So again, Flavor, I wasn't trying to be rude. I'm just saying, that the way she made it trying to sound like y'all send me this much. Anyway, send me this, so I'm gonna do this. This woman is obsessive. She won't stop. And let me just say this. Susan, I spoke to her this morning. Okay. My understanding is she tried to get Susan to believe that her husband told her that if she gets back with Amber, he was leaving. She also stated that her husband doesn't want her back on the internet. Okay, I'm okay, ma'am, you're back.
sorry,
That's okay.
Randy, I said the other day that she wasn't drunk. I never said she doesn't drink. But in that stream, I said I didn't think she was drunk. I didn't hear the slurring that other people heard. Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Okay.
Yes.
I didn't hear the slurring that everybody else heard. I don't know why. Um, to me, she sounded normal. And that's why I was writing in chat. She's not drunk. Um, she's not drinking. I didn't say she doesn't drink. I said she's not drinking. She's not drunk.
So
Um,
when you talked to her that day, she was drunk. Did she sounded worse than what she did on my panel, correct?
it was later in the evening, and she did sound worse than she was on your panel. And then the next day, she didn't admit to drinking, but there was a huge difference between the day before and when I was on the phone with her, and when I kept going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth.
So
Um,
she started
I
blowing you
could,
up after she couldn't get me and Amber to keep picking up her calls. Is that it?
well, she didn't call me in the middle of the night. No.
Oh no, not the
When
middle
y'all
of the
were getting
night.
messages, it
No,
was
no.
on Monday morning.
Monday morning. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what did she tell you about what happened? Please tell me, what did she tell you about what happened?
Um, she kind of went over a timeline of when the text started and all that stuff, and messages and phone calls. And I didn't really, um I hate to admit it, but I didn't really listen that well because I didn't really care. Um,
She
I said
told
I
you
wouldn't
there was
know.
a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, is what you told
Yeah,
me. What did
that's
she?
what
Okay.
she felt like, because she thought that Amber, you, and Flava were having like three-way calls and were, doing stuff behind the scenes. But
Flavor
she
is
was
in the chat right now. Flavor, have you and I and Amber ever been on a three-way call? Go ahead, I'm listening.
well, she thought that, and then she was talking, Amber was talking to Flava, I guess, behind the scenes, and then, but wasn't including her. And it was stuff that they were going to stream about on their Texas Talks. And she didn't know why she was not being included, or why, since Flava and Amber wasn't getting along, why were they talking behind the scenes?
But
Um,
at that time, on that day, on my panel, Flavor and Amber had not spoken. So she was lying to you.
right. So, um, it's just gone from there. Unique Salty, we are friends. But I was asked a question, and I was told, they wanted to hear what happened with me and her. And I said, you asked the question, I will not lie. Um, the
And
same
today
thing.
I asked her the question. The other day, she asked me to call her. After giving out my phone number to that other person, Texas girl, I didn't want to do that. So when Amber called me this morning, after I saw that text, she told me, I said, well, get her on the phone right now so I can just talk to her. And that's what happened. Okay. So then after Amber and I talked to Susan Georgia Peach, I wanted to clarify some other stuff. So then I got her number and I called her to ask the questions that I needed to know. I wanted to know about her behavior, her pattern of behavior, everything she's done so far to Amber, and now including myself in this mess, is what she's done to her. And this is crazy. She's thinking that we're plotting. That's what she meant by there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff. I take it. I've never, oh, she dropped. I've never had a three-way call. Doug, thank you. I saw that. Thank you. I've never had a three-way call with Flavor. I've never plotted with Amber or Flavor behind anything. Shit, I've never plotted with Amber. What the hell? And she was lying to Susan Georgia Peach. And she's thinking that me and Amber were doing something against her. There is something wrong with this woman. Something very wrong with her. And I'm not the one that she really wants to play with. Seriously, I have a headache. And I'm not the one she wants to play with. This is crazy. She keeps doing the same shit. Only thing I asked her to do, she knows full well I didn't record her. She knows I didn't record her.
Well, I don't know you very well. I mean, we've never spoken till today.
Exactly.
And the reason I was asking for you to call me was because I didn't know you.
Mm-hmm.
But I knew, you said you were gonna really get her.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I wanted you to call me was to see if I could get you to back off.
But see, that's just it. Susan, I said if she doesn't keep my name out of her mouth, I said I was going to leave her with just the follicles on her head, maybe. She doesn't stop. She keeps adding my name to this bullshit that has nothing to do with me. And there will be nothing that you, her mama, her son, her daughter-in-law, her grandkids, her husband can do to keep me off her ass.
Right, but the way I looked at it, and I've said several times on different panels, I don't care what people on here say about me, think about me, because I'll never meet 99% of them.
That's just it. She doesn't want to meet me. She really doesn't, because I don't mind flying to Texas. She and I can have coffee. I never did anything to her but offered her my platform, not knowing in her simple-minded head that she thinks that we're plotting. And that makes sense when she told Amber, I hope you guys had a good laugh at my expense, because no one was laughing at her. Not one person. She did this to herself.
Well, I tend to look at it when people have, addiction problems or mental problems, when they're pushed to a certain point, it's like, when is enough, and when's that person going to be pushed over the edge?
Okay, is that my problem? Honestly, is that my problem? Because I haven't mentioned her unless she mentions me. Is that my problem?
Right. It's not your problem.
If she wouldn't lie on me, she can call me a bitch. I don't care. She wouldn't lie on me. That woman said I can't be trusted. She says, first of all, she called me a piece of shit and don't fucking know me. Told me I was evil. Again, don't know me. I would give the shirt off my back to anybody. And anybody that I've helped would tell you that. So again, she doesn't know me. Now she says today that Amber and I record calls. It's a lie. I don't record. I said the other day, I said, I wish I would have recorded her so you guys can hear how she was screaming. That was because Amber recorded her. I don't record calls. I have no reason to.
Right. I don't know what's going through her head now. I haven't spoke to her since Monday.
I don't really care. I don't give a girl. I'm sorry, Susan. I'm not yelling at you. I'm not yelling at you. Let me calm down. I don't give a fuck if she was to drive off a cliff, right? And I just said it. I don't care. She's fucking lying and causing all of these issues for attention. You want my attention, bitch? I will give it to you. I don't know what kind of relationship you have at home with your family. I really don't care. But this possessiveness, this jealousy, while you're thinking that you're supposed to be more important in everybody's life than their family, you have fucking issues. Issues. That's your problem. You have issues. That has nothing to do with me. I didn't go behind the scenes talking about her. She asked me in my chat to drop the link. I did. She had no idea. And just the word.
No, Jazzy.
Oh, I can't. I've asked her over and over again to stop. Now,
Right.
Simply Sophie asked you a question a while back, and I forgot what it was now. Oh, why do you choose now to talk about this? And you said because we asked you, but you wanted to reach out to me to tell me to back off her. Do you see me posting about her unless she posts about me?
Right. I just I was hoping if I was talking to her and I was telling her to stop, my understanding when I talked to her Monday was that she was not going to be on YouTube for several days. Um, she said, while if I'm watching and I see anything that I thought she needed to know, um, to let her know, but otherwise she would not be watching.
And then what
And
happened?
then
And then what happened?
and then when you look at her community posts, she's been watching everything and responding.
But
I mean,
that's just
she's
it.
making
She's not responding. She's not.
well, she's accusing.
Thank you. She's accusing. There's a big difference. That's not responding. I responded to her. She's accusing, is what she's doing. Hey, Amber. Amber, I can't hear you. You're in the mountains. Hello. Hello.
Hold on, I was muted.
Okay.
Okay. So, yeah, I don't have very much signal, but anyway, shit, what was I going to say? Oh, the fact that you don't record phone calls, I don't record them either.
Thank
If
you.
she if she wasn't so damn drunk, she would have remembered me saying, "Hold on a second, I'm going to can hear how your drunk ass is talking to me this tonight." And she said, "Oh God, I don't care. Go ahead." Just like she said when I said, "You want to say that to Heidi's face?" And she said, "Girl, call her, call her." So, yeah, you were running your freaking mouth and you were drunk. So don't say you didn't know that I was about to record you mid
There
call.
you go.
Otherwise, I would have done it the full length of the call.
There you go.
But anyway, I'm going to drop. But,
All right.
all
There
right.
you go.
Okay. Bye, y'all.
All right. All right,
Um,
Susan, you're back up.
Jazzy Jazz, I want to answer your thing about being put up to
Where's
talking to
Jazzy
Heidi.
Jazz? Okay.
Jazzy Jazz.
Who put
Um,
you up to calling me? Is that what she said?
they're saying I was put up to call you, and I can't scroll up on the messages.
Hold on. I'm going to go look. Hold on. Jazzy Jazz said you were put up to calling me?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. Respond to her.
Nobody put me up to calling Heidi. Um, the other day when everything first happened, I was just trying um to stop it if I could. You know, Texas at that time, Texas Girl had told me she was not going to be on YouTube, that she was going away, and that I could tell her if anything came up. And then I didn't know that she was still messaging Heidi and Amber, and that things were going the way they were going. So my intent was to ask Heidi to call me to see if I could get them to back off, because I thought Texas Girl was backing off. Um, but that isn't what's happened.
No, that's not what happened. She doesn't want me to call her. Oh my God, she dropped. She doesn't want me to call her husband. And now this is one phone call that I'm going to tell you I would make. I would really make this call because this is getting out of hand. Out of hand. She said she haven't talked to her since Monday. Monday is the last time she spoke to her. All right, go ahead. I just answered that
Right,
question. Shelby said, you just said you haven't talked to her. She hasn't talked to her since Monday.
right. Monday morning after y'all had the calls and stuff till what, 2 o'clock in the morning, Sunday night.
Well, no, it wasn't 2 o'clock because after a while, I think, hold on, let me tell you what the last, let me tell you the last call. Let me tell you the last time because I don't want to lie on the heifer. Texas girl, let me see, the call stopped at, hold on. The call stopped
Jazzy,
at almost 7, but the text messages kept going until uh almost 9 o'clock.
right.
8:07. I'm sorry, 8:07. That was in one, and then in the group thing, I forgot because I left, so I probably can't go back in there and look. But my last personal one was at 8:07.
Um, there was something Amber said about messages till like 2 o'clock in the morning or something.
Oh, that was her and Amber. That was her and
Okay,
Amber, not me.
right.
That was her and Amber.
Okay. I thought she was messaging both of y'all.
Mm-mm.
So, um, my intention for asking Heidi to call me, was to try to settle this down because I don't want to be in the middle of this war, you know. I have friends, that are friends with her. I have friends that are friends with Amber and everybody else. But I don't want to be in the middle.
Okay.
Because it feels like a tug of war, when two sides are arguing and you're friends with both sides, it's hard to be friends with both sides. I just I don't know. I just
So what do you think is
was
going to happen now? I don't think she's going to be too happy that you came up on my panel.
Jazzy Jazz. I don't think she's gonna like me being here today. I think it will I think it's probably it'll be another end to our friendship, I think. With the rational way she's acting.
But do you really want a friend like that? Honestly, do you really want a friend like that that's going to try to manipulate you and lie to you? Do you really want a friend like that? How is that a friend?
That's the hard question to answer. I know what she's doing wrong. I know what I've been through with her.
It's the same thing she's doing to Amber. And now she's included me in this. All because of her hatred, and I'm going to say it, her hatred for Flavor. What has Flavor ever done to her? Did she ever tell you what Flavor did to her? Besides saying hag or Hagatha, what else has Flavor done? Has she done anything else to her?
Um,
Besides talk
the
trash
on-
on the internet like everybody else.
yeah, I just one of the main things when her and Flavor were fighting was, when Flavor said that she and you, the two, in her words were, the two black girls are going to come
But
for.
that's just it. I didn't even know Flavor said that to her. So when she made that video or whatever it was and she tagged me in it, I responded to her on my panel. I said, I don't know you and you don't know me. Don't add me to any of this BS. I had no idea what Flavor said to her. And the other day, she brought that shit up again after I found out about it. Oh, I guess it was sometime this year. Bomb replayed it. I was like, that's what the hell she was talking about. I had no idea Flavor said that. None. None.
Right. And at the time, neither she or I knew that you wasn't aware of it. I didn't. I had never seen your channel back then, and so I didn't know if you and Flavor were friends or not. I had no idea because I didn't know you. All I heard was what Flavor said on the stream about coming after her.
Okay.
And I was just like, oh hell, they're threatening to come to her house.
Okay. Did Flavor say that she was going to come to her house or that we were going to go to her house?
She said the two black girls, you and her, were going to come and take care of Texas Girl.
Okay, so does that mean that we were going to her house? Because right now she's got the two black girls that she was so talking shit about. So now she's got me on her ass too. Okay, and this has nothing to do with Flavor. It's the fact that she lied on me.
Right. I mean, when it was said at the time, it gave the impression that, yeah, they would come, y'all were going to go to her house.
So Flavor
But
was going
it
to
was,
go from Arkansas. Now at that time, I think I was still living in Texas. Oh, did I just move here? I can't remember when I heard it. I think I was still, oh, I was living here. I was living here. I was living in Washington State. And when she tagged me in some video, and I never listened to it, I just saw my name and I told her, I said, you don't know me. I don't know you. Don't tag me in this BS.
for those in the chat saying, you know, that's racist, this and that, it wasn't me that made the statement, and it wasn't Texas Girl that made the statement.
It was Flavor that said it because I heard it on a live that Bomb played.
Right.
And I just heard about it. And I said, because matter of fact, Mo was on panel with her. I said, how does that involve me? And Mo said, she goes, hold on, it's coming up. And that's when I heard it. That's when I heard it.
Just keep it real. What she said was, me and Heidi, the two black girls, are coming for you. And it made it seem, you know, how people have been showing up at people's houses. That was the impression, you know, and this was several years ago.
Yeah, because I hadn't heard of anybody showing up anybody's house until Savage went around Bombs with her bullhorn. That was my first time hearing about somebody in the DC doing that. I'd never heard about that before.
Right. And I
But
think
if she wouldn't be talking so much shit, and if she wouldn't be, she wouldn't have to have the fear of someone coming to get her. But you think you can sit there and talk trash on everybody, and people are not going to come at you. Now, going to her house, no. She keeps it up, I'm going to call her goddamn husband. That's what I'm going to do. And yes, I said it. I will make that phone call to her husband to say, get your psychotic wife offline.
So, you know, that was just the impression, because I think she knew that at the time you lived in Texas, maybe, or something.
No, I was living here. Maybe she didn't know that I had moved. But when she tagged me, I was living here because that's when I was going into Bombshell's lives. And that's when Devious, Flavor, Bomb, Mary, all of those guys were friends, or well, they were all going back and forth in their chats. So I was living here.
Right.
Amber and I had another falling out when I was living here. So that's how I know when that was. I was not in Texas at that time. Maybe she didn't know that, but it didn't matter.
Right.
It didn't matter.
Miranda, I know Flavor said she was sorry to Texas Girl and she accepted it and stuff. So I don't know.
She never accepted it because she's always had this hatred. I'm telling you, if you accept somebody's apology, you move on from it. You never bring it up again. But what does she do? She brings up, even on her community post this weekend, she said the 52-page felon. Why would she have to put that there? Why? I'm beginning to believe you a little racist, Texas girl. I really am. Not only are you a psychopath, single white female, fatal attraction, but now I'm beginning to believe that you're a little racist at that. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I don't think she's racist. I just
said that, girl. I don't know if she's racist or not. It's never come across to me as being racist. But then again, I don't know. I don't talk to her like that. I've had a few phone calls with her, with me, her, and Amber. And then one time I called her because I wanted to figure out something on Canva. And that lasted all of 2 minutes. And that's it. Other than that, no, I haven't spoken to her one-on-one. Except for the other night when she called me screaming.
Right. Um, I don't know how to explain it. People are asking because um when she and I were streaming, I didn't get monetized till right before I left YouTube. So I never got a check from YouTube. But one of the things was, why is a 52-page felon getting sent hundreds and hundreds of dollars?
Oh, okay.
Why is Bombshell, the professional scammer, why are people sending her hundreds and hundreds of dollars? And, me and her were just doing review streams, and, we didn't have.
Oh, she dropped again. So I think that's the problem, Flavor. She was jealous of your super chats, okay? I know for a fact she was jealous of Amber's super chats. When Amber would stream on her channel, Amber would get cash apps and super chats. I know she was jealous of that. I know that for a fact. Okay, Susan, there you go. So with her, it's all about the money. But yet she sits there and says on YouTube, she doesn't care about the money. She does it because she wants to make people aware of different things. But yet she's concerned about the money that other people make, their money, and how they choose to spend it. Correct? Correct. I'm sorry. Go ahead, ma'am.
I don't know why I keep falling off. I have never.
Don't touch anything. Just put the phone
I'm not.
down and talk.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not getting any messages. My phone's on do not disturb. So I don't know why, because I've never dropped off, but usually I'm on StreamYards. I've never been on Restream. So
Exactly.
I
So
don't
if
know.
Flavor says she's coming for someone, I don't think she's coming to your house. When I say I'm coming for someone, I'm coming for you on YouTube. Now, if I tell you I'm about to catch a flight, that means, hey, can you meet me at the airport? Let's have coffee. No, but there's something
Well, I
wrong there.
mean, when I hear somebody on here saying I'm coming for you, they fixing to drag the hell out of you on YouTube. Like you're fixing to be drug on here.
Yep.
So I don't know. There was a lot going on at that time. There was a lot of drama going on. And I certainly saw things differently than I do now. As you see people and you talk to them and you get to know them, your impression of them changes and your thoughts about them changes. That's why when I came back, I went in Flava's chat and apologized. And said, that I was really sorry for talking about her and, doing the streams that Texas Girl and I did. Because I had saw, a different side of her once she left Jenny. So I don't know, I don't know why she's still going. Flava apologized to her and I thought she accepted it.
No, she didn't. She's got a hard on for Flavor. It's obvious. And now
Baby,
she has a hard on for me.
Baby 420, what are we dancing around? What am I dancing around?
That's what I want. That's why I left it there. She thinks you're dancing around. BB, what is she dancing around? Hi, Mirandy.
Mirandy. I know, Mirandy. I just, I see friends on both sides being hurt, and I was just trying to. I don't know. I'm one of those that don't like the fighting, and
Oh, okay, Flavor. I did not know that. Flavor said she said something about us at the time, and I only responded. So she was talking shit about me and Flavor, not knowing that Flavor and I never had a personal conversation except for to say hi in the chat.
Right,
Something's
I
wrong with her
guess.
head.
Jazzy, that's what I'm trying my best to do. I'm trying to answer the questions truthfully, but at the same time, I am trying to respect Texas Girl.
Okay.
Um,
I have no respect for Texas Girl. I'm gonna ask you a question, Susan. After
mhm.
seeing these videos, after seeing all her posts, what do you think? And I want you to be completely honest. What do you think?
When you say what I think, whether she was drinking or not, or
No, she's saying things were going on behind the scenes. She's saying I set her up. She's saying I can't be trusted. She's saying all these things. You watch both streams. You saw me respond to her the other day. Again, because of her post. What do you think?
um, I don't think in any way that you were going behind the scenes and setting her up. I don't think you knew. I think after the first stream, um, where it was Amber and Flava on there and stuff, and I think she got upset, and so when she came up on your panel and felt like you ignored her, um, and I don't know why she thought you ignored her because I've always on my panels, if I had somebody on panel, I let them finish speaking before I said, hello to the next person that came on panel.
So here's the thing.
Um,
After that first stream, I called Amber and I was asking her about the email she received. She's reading
right.
it to me, right? First thing that came out of my mouth when I heard it, I said, Amber, do you think that's Texas Girl? Amber said, no, no way. Just like that. I said, okay. I said, just doesn't seem right. Amber and Flava hadn't even spoken yet. Okay. So I'm on the phone with Amber and she's going back and forth emailing this Proton account. Okay. And then Amber says, what the fuck? I said, what? She goes, go read Texas Girl post. I said, hold on, let me go read it. I read it. I said, Amber, are you handling this or will I? And she goes, I'm at a loss for words. I said, good, I'm going live. And I set my live and I gave 15-minute notice. That's what happened. I responded to her and she dropped again. That's exactly what happened. I responded to her. There was no behind the scenes planning. There was no nothing in that beanie little brain of hers. She's thinking people are plotting against her. That's your insecurities. That's your self-esteem issues. I don't give a fuck about your mental health or what state you're in or your inebriation or your irrational behavior. I can fucking care less. You included me in bullshit that had nothing to do with me. Now, if people are calling you Hagatha, I'm calling you Hagatha now. Am I saying you're weak? Yes, I'm saying you're weak. But you call Susan a coward. You call Amber a coward. You call me a piece of shit. You think you can say what you want to people and they're not going to come back at you? If you would have stopped texting me and if you wouldn't have put that other post up, I wouldn't be here right now. But you keep trying to antagonize. You keep trying to play this bullshit. You want attention. You want your accolades. Now you're getting them, bitch. You're getting my attention. You have everybody's attention now. And they're all laughing at you. They're laughing at you. I don't know what type of relationship you have with your family, or they just don't want to have shit to do with you, but that has nothing to do with people on the internet. Nothing. You put yourself in this situation, always trying to act like you're on everybody's side and you're this and you're that. No, you're trash. You are my definition of trash. She's jealous of Flavor. It's obvious. Nobody but Bomb into this. What are you talking about? She was talking about when they were streaming Bomb. She and Texas Girl. Other than that, this conversation has been about Texas Girl. Period. I just don't understand it. And I said it. And when she said that people fluff her, the couple of times I went in her, I've laughed my ass off. And she wasn't talking about anybody. This shit has to stop. You want people to fight. You like this shit. You don't want people to have, and I'm going to say, a working relationship. But what you say that you know, Flavor and Amber have been friends way before you. I don't get it. I'm sorry, what did you say?
I didn't say anything. I think it was my TV.
Oh, I just don't understand why she says that. Oh, and then she did tell you that. Now, what did she say her husband told you about her coming back on the internet?
Well, he agreed with her in the background with what she was saying. And what she said, he said, and he said, that's exactly what I said, was that if Texas Girl went back with Amber, he would leave.
But she already knew that Amber was done with her, right?
I'm assuming, I mean, it was that night when the streams was going on.
And you heard her husband say that, because everybody heard her husband say he was leaving. Now she's saying that her husband said if she ever got back with Amber, he was going to leave her. Does that make sense to you?
No, and I mean, I didn't hear what was said in the stream.
Okay.
You know, when people said they heard the door close and all that, I didn't hear that. So people were saying she made the statement that it ruined her marriage or something. So I asked her, I said, what exactly was said? And that was what she said he said was that if she got back with Amber, he would leave.
That's not what was said. That's not what was said. I thought he said that. I thought she was saying he said that after the stream. That's not what was said at all. She lied to you. Right. She was sitting there in front of him, drunk, yelling, cursing people out. And he said, I'm leaving. And then she said, you guys ruined my marriage. Look what you put my family through. That's what was said. She lied. He said that while she was on a live going off. That's what he said. I'm leaving. And then she said, you guys ruined my family. Look what you put my family through this weekend. Nobody put our family through shit. She did that.
Right. I don't know. I mean, I believe what's actually on video that can be proven.
Yep, it's on video. It's on video.
So, that would be the story or whatever I tend to believe.
Yep, it's on video. And I'm going to ask you again, how do you be friends with someone who's manipulating you and lying to you? And she's lying. There was no misunderstanding. And even if she was irrational, don't you think if she would have went back and watched those videos, she would have seen it for herself?
Yeah, she would have.
Okay.
If she sat back and looked at it rationally and actually paid attention to exactly what was said.
Guarantee you she's probably still drinking today. She's probably because I keep waiting for her to come live so she can explain this timeline that we don't know about.
Yeah. You asked the question of how I can be friends with her. I don't know how to explain it. We were very close, At one time we felt like almost we were sisters across the ocean.
Okay, but you didn't have her address, but Amber did. So how close
Right.
could you have been?
Yeah, she never gave me her address.
Okay, so how close could you have been if you don't have her address, but Amber does?
I mean, I knew her real identity, but
I know her real identity. Look,
but
okay.
I didn't know her address. And so when we were talking last week, when she said Amber had her address, I said, "You gave Amber your address?" And she said, "Yeah, somebody made me something and they were going to send it to Amber and Amber was going to send it to me." And I was like, "Huh, interesting."
Okay.
I said, "Because, with what you say about, with, Amber's past, I can't believe you gave her your address." And she said Amber was like a sister and she was going to send her something. I was like, okay. But it was very surprising.
So Susan, so the reason why you wanted to talk to me was to get me to back off, correct?
Correct.
Now, did you not realize that I wasn't going for her? She kept coming for me.
Right. And Pixie, I'll get you in just a minute. The way I looked at it and the way I looked at it when me and her were going through our thing was, somebody always wants to have the last word.
Uh-huh.
I could easily get her address, but I don't do that. I don't look up addresses. And I just thought maybe if somebody, if you just quit responding to her, then she would quit because she wouldn't have anything to respond back to.
But just as it, I only respond to her lying on me. Don't lie on me. Don't do that. But she wants to have the last word. She wants to play the victim here. She's not a victim. She brought her ass on this panel. Then she dropped because she felt that I was ignoring her. She made a community post. You're not going to lie on my name by saying that the behind the scenes and put my name in there. And this was on Heidi Black's panel. And the reason I came live, because she lied and said that Tobo said she was weak. Tobo never said she was weak. That never happened. Right. So again, she was listening. Okay? She was listening. So I came back live to correct her and tell her, hey, keep my name off your community tab. Don't do this. And what does she do? This morning she goes and she makes another one saying that I record calls.
Shelby, I think you should shut the hell up. I'm not going to go galloping off in a field. Everybody has a right to say their opinion or to say how they feel.
So again, she has to keep putting out misinformation. I don't know if she's getting a little dementia from the liquor, but this has to stop. And I told Susan today that she's not going to be happy that she came on my panel.
Right.
But again, all she has to do is stop putting my name on her tab. Stop lying on my name. That's all she has to do. Or you want me to make that phone call? Do you? Jerry? Huh? You want me to call and tell him how irrational your behavior was and let him listen to everything you had to say? I think maybe she verbally abuses him too. Who knows? Who knows? But shit, he stayed away all week for a reason, working, probably to stay away from her ass. I'm sick of this bullshit.
Okay, could it be that I'm joining as a guest? Did I
No,
have to
so what's
create an
happening
account?
is Timed Out by Owner asked you if your screen is timing out. Keep tapping your screen so that way I
I'm
don't
on my
lose you.
lap.
Oh,
I'm on
you're
my
on your
laptop.
laptop. I have no
Yeah,
idea.
it's not timing out. I'm on my laptop.
I have no idea.
So I don't know. I've never like had drops like this on any other, like StreamYard. So I don't know why it's doing it on this.
Okay, so Susan, here's what I'm gonna do for you. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do for you. I'm gonna do this for you. Okay. Um, if she stops including my name on her community post, don't lie on my name. I won't even respond to her anymore. I will act like she never existed. I'm pretty good at acting like people don't exist. I really am. I really am.
Well,
Okay? I really am. So that's all she has to do. That's it.
and hopefully she will, she'll
Flavor
do
is
that.
beautiful. She's not. She wants to play the victim. Look how she had you believing that me, Amber, and Flavor were in a group call or a group chat. This is the narrative that she was spinning. Flavor is gorgeous. That's the narrative that she was spinning. Can you imagine what she's saying to other people? She told it to you. I don't know who else she may talk to, but she told it to you. What makes you think she didn't tell this to other people? That we were plotting against her. When I was the one encouraging her and telling her she was doing a great job on panel with Amber. Don't let others try to deter you. How am I plotting? Oh, that me being, girl, yeah, you got this. And at the same time, I'm behind her back going, girl, Flavor, girl. Come on now. Stop it. And she knows I've never spoken to Flavor because she asked me that before. Thank you.
See, I
If
don't
he's
know.
going to leave her because of Amber, there's more issues than that. That man never said that. She got obsessed with Amber just the way she got obsessed with Susan, just the way she's obsessed with Flavor. That's her obsession. She fixates on shit. I know somebody else that does that bullshit too. She fixates. Now, if Flavor wanted to be just her friend and not Amber's, I guarantee you she wouldn't have an issue with that. Guarantee you. Guarantee you. And then here's the thing. Susan told me this morning that not only did she tell Susan that if you become friends with Bomb again, she was out. Same thing she told Amber. Susan says when she comes back, she finds out that not only is she in Bomb's chat, but she's a mod for Bomb. And then she would complain on the phone that whenever she would go in Bomb's chat, Bomb would never speak to her. But she speaks to Amber, but she won't speak to me. I said, it depends on when you come in chat. And she says, Heidi, that's not true, because when you come in chat, she'll see you. She goes, hey, Heidi. Hi, beautiful. I said, well, maybe she had a lull and she was reading her chat. I'm sorry, I just put a gummy bear in my mouth. I don't know why I did that. But the fact that Bond would speak to Amber and not her would set her off as well. The jealousy is real. So anyway, Texas girl, I'm willing to not talk about you. Exactly. See, I'm not crazy. And it's on video. Thank you. She's lying to Susan. And if Susan wants to call that a friend, that's on Susan. But the way she treated Susan the last time with the name calling and all that other shit, do you think if Amber would have did that to me that she and I would even be talking? Fuck no. She wouldn't take it from me and I wouldn't take it from her. Now, this other bullshit has to stop. And you've made yourself the laughing stock of the DC right now. So that's on you. Everybody's going to keep having fun with you. If I was you, I would stop typing on that community post. I don't know if she's posted anything else since I've been live. I have no idea. But I'm going to tell you this again. I've never had a personal conversation with Flavor. I've never been in cahoots with Flavor or Amber about you. That's all in your head because your obsession has gotten to be too much. That's the problem. Oh, there's Amber. As soon as I saw that message, yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna come up just because Layla told me not to comment and talk to her in your chat. So I'm gonna talk to her on your panel.
Okay.
Bitch, stop lying on me about Heidi. Texas girl put Heidi in this bullshit by fucking tagging Heidi. So
I didn't
don't
see
fucking
that.
lie on my fucking name, Laylo.
Why you big mad, Amber? Okay, so what did she say?
She said that I put you in this. Texas girl put you in this by tagging you, did she not?
Yes, she did.
Thank you. Laylo, there you heard it from her own mouth. Don't lie on me, bitch. Don't quit
Ooh,
fucking talking about me.
exactly.
Saying it. I was messy. I caused this. I put Heidi in this shit. No, Texas girl did by fucking tagging Heidi in her fucking post. So fuck you, bitch. Don't tell me not to talk in Heidi's chat because now I'm up on our fucking panel telling you publicly, shut the fuck up about my motherfucking name, bitch.
Okay, so here's the thing, Laylo. I don't know if you watched that first live or that second live, but you need to watch the first live. Amber was on my panel, had nothing to do with her. She was jealous. Well, her statement was she wasn't aware that Amber was on my panel. And what does Heidi have to do with this? Nothing. Because we were discussing.
Gigi, I got a screenshot of Laylo saying that shit. I don't give
Okay,
a fuck if you don't like me. Don't lie on me, bitch.
okay. And Flavor was making a point. She wants to talk about her past, but she didn't bring up your past. But she said that she knows what Amber's done in the past. And that was Amber's past. Flavor, everybody that I saw in this chat the other day said how much of a change you and Amber had had done. Everybody was saying how you both have turned things around. And I don't think she can take that. The fact that you and Amber would be friends again, or you and Amber would have some type of relationship. Because then she's thinking that Amber is plotting with you against her. She didn't even know that Amber made Tobo's song, and she was pissed off about that.
Yep. Jealous over that shit.
She was upset because Amber made, oh, she was pissed, not upset, because Amber made Tobo's intro. Speaking of which, I don't have mine yet either. But anyway, she was upset behind that.
But yeah, drama follows me everywhere, Drama Diary, because I'm an open hearted person until you fuck me over. You come for me, I come for you. Cutthroat.
let me tell you, that week everything was fine between Texas Girl and Amber. Everything was
That
fine.
morning, everything was fine.
Well, see, I don't know about that morning because I know that I talked to you guys during the week, and then when this other stuff happened on Rumble, I called Amber and I said, "What the hell is going on?" She says, "Let me get Texas Girl on the phone." I said, "I don't want to talk to Texas Girl. I want to talk to you. What's going on?" I wanted Amber to tell me what was going on, not Texas Girl interjected, put it in, which I wanted Amber to tell me what was going on. So that's the only conversation Amber and I had about this whole Rumble situation. That's it.
Yep.
And then I did a live Saturday morning discussing something else. Go Getter and Amber were going at it, I guess, in the chat. Amber asked me to drop the link. That's my part. That's it. I dropped the link for Amber to come on panel.
Yep.
Everything else is in Texas Girl's head.
Yep. Everything.
And she was rude. She was rude, but I let her keep going because I knew she was drunk. And I didn't want.
Yep.
My patience was just, yeah, because my sister said she was waiting for me to snap out. But I didn't do that.
Oh my God. I didn't want Texas Girl anymore. Really? I'm the one. I didn't bring it to YouTube, Drama Diary. She did. Next. Tobo goes live tonight again. Thank God, with more receipts.
Can somebody put Tobo's Rumble link in the chat? So Amber didn't involve me in anything. Please stop saying that. Texas Girl did that. And if I felt that Amber would have involved me in something, trust me, it'll come out of my mouth.
And I wouldn't have brought this shit, just like I didn't bring it the last couple of times me and her fought over her drunk, rude ass, belligerent drunkenness on the fucking weekends. I would have brought it to YouTube
Yep.
then. She brought it to YouTube this time.
Yep. And I'll keep telling y'all, they've had fights before when they weren't live a couple of days because Texas Girl was in her feelings. Because Amber
Yep.
Amber had gone into Flavor's chat and she didn't tell Texas Girl she was going in there. That's when y'all had that other fight, and that's when you guys didn't stream for a couple of days. And
Yep.
I asked you, I called you that morning. I said, "Hey," I said, "you and Texas Girl aren't live," and that's when you told me what happened.
Yep.
And I was like, "Let her cool off." I said, "What's the problem?" She was like, "Oh, well, I went in there." And I said, "Well, how would she know you were in there?" She goes, "Well, she came in after I did or something." Or, no, she was already in there and you went in there. Amber, your thing is crackling. She was
I
already
know.
there and you went in there. But she didn't know that you were going to be in there. And then you told me, you said, "Well, shit, I didn't know she was in there. She was going to be there either."
Yeah.
But she was mad because you were in the chat.
Yep.
And didn't
Just
tell
in the
her.
chat. Yeah. Even down to saying, I don't want to type in Flavor's chat. I don't want to type in Bombshell's chat. You know, like, you do what you want to do.
I'm telling you. And then my whole thing is, okay, so why are you watching? I don't know if she's using Chrome or not, but she hasn't come back. So that was when you guys, and then the following time, you guys changed it to Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday.
Yeah.
Yep. She was mad because Amber was in she was in Flavor's chat, but Amber said, "But get this, she was in there as well." I said, "So what's the problem?"
Exactly. Like, is it better now? Does mine sound better?
Yes, a lot better. Yes.
Okay.
It was crazy, but the stuff that she was upset about. But it was okay for her to be in Flavor's chat. And then she goes, "Well, Heidi, she didn't tell me." I said, "Huh?" I said, "Wait, what?" I said, well, you guys should go where you go. I said, maybe you listen to Jenny Jen Jen, Amber go listen to Flavor, and then you guys can get together on your morning show and discuss it, and you guys have different opinions.
Yeah.
I was laughing my ass off. Oh my God, Laylo, thank you. Thank you. So this is crazy. Girl, I
Yeah.
have mental funerals all the time. Matter of fact, I actually did a funeral at 2 o'clock in the morning one night when I came back from the casino. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Amber, I had to do that funeral that night. Yeah, but that it was that morning. My sister kept going, sleep on it, sleep on it, sleep on it. I said, hell fuck. As soon as I get home, she was, girl, nobody's gonna be up. Shit. I had to bury a bitch that night. And that's when I was hot. And I hadn't even had a drink because I knew I had to drive. Jesus.
God.
So I don't know what, Amber, I'm gonna tell you this. I don't feel that you involved me in anything because there was nothing I did or you did to involve me except for asking me to drop the link so you can explain yourself better on panel to go getter. That's it.
Right.
Hi, Shannon.
Yep.
Welcome. I saw you were doing a live last night and I fell asleep, but I'm gonna go watch the replay because I was intrigued by the thumbnail. I will definitely watch your replay. So I'm telling you, no, it's tonight. It's supposed to be tonight. It's supposed to be 10:29. So again, you guys, I'm just so Amber, you
Right,
tonight
Kibera.
or are you gonna wait and are you gonna wait till your voice gets stronger?
I'm gonna try to. God. I'm gonna try to probably go to the doctor tomorrow. I just have to do this trip and maybe get on some like
I think you
steroid
need to
for my
gargle with
voice or
some
something.
salty water too.
I don't know what it is, but
Your voice.
it's definitely in my chest again.
Oh, I hate that. Well,
Yeah,
thank you, lady.
but either way, I don't feel bad.
Okay.
But yeah, Texas girl, this is my one and final warning because you and I both know what your biggest fear is. And if you want that fear to come true and you want me to be the Amber that you say I still am, bitch, come for me one more fucking time and I'll lay your whole motherfucking family tree out, bitch.
Thank you.
Down to the fucking roots of the alumni,
Okay,
bitch.
Amber, let me ask you a question. Did I know that you were recording Texas Girl?
No, because I totally forgot once we got into the freaking phone
Because when
call.
you said it on
But
the
I told
call,
her,
you said, okay, there she is. To tell it to her face, she goes, Amber.
yeah,
And she was like,
yeah,
she was like, she goes, she was calling you bitch. She goes, I never called you a bitch. Amber said, I recorded it, bitch. Yes, you did. I said, really? I want to hear
well,
it.
not okay. So after listening to the video, no, she didn't call you a bitch like right before them. She was calling you
Slimy.
slimy. It was all before I pressed record, So that's what I'm saying. Like, so for everybody, like, she didn't say that during the recording. No, I was on the phone with her longer than the recording last because I said, okay, I'm about to record you because you're so drunk. I want you to hear how you sound tomorrow morning. I want you to hear how you're talking to me. She kept saying she wasn't drunk.
Yep. So that's what happened. And she knew that because Amber called and then she hung up. And then I realized you were trying to connect me. But I didn't realize until I called you back that because I wanted to know who were you talking about. I had no idea. And I said, who are you? You the Texas girl. There she is. I was like, what the? And then
Yeah. So she told me, she's like, oh, I don't care. Call her. Call her. So I did.
do you know how many times she's asked you to call me so she can tell me something to get my opinion on it?
Right.
And then when I gave her my honest opinion, she didn't like it because it didn't align to what she wanted me to hear.
Yep.
No problem, go getter. You have a great day. And opinions are welcome, guys, as long as you're respectful with their opinions and not just coming in and attacking somebody, that's fine. I welcome your opinions. But I'm done with Texas Girl. If she could just leave me alone, I'm fine with it. But I wanted to discuss this whole thing with John Yates last night. Okay. I
Yeah. I'm gonna drop
Go ahead,
down.
drop down. All right.
Okay,
Thank
we're
you for
almost
coming
home.
up. I appreciate it. Okay.
Okay, bye bye.
That's easier. I understand where you're in from. Here's the problem. She's done some nasty shit to many of us. She needs to focus on her marriage instead of YouTube. Damn. Over 200 people. Oh, damn. Hit the like button, guys, please. I wasn't even paying attention. So let me just say this. Last night, well, I'm going to start before John. I understand that Brooke went up on Maria's panel. Brooke, you had already apologized and apologized and apologized. I didn't watch Maria's live, but listening to E11's live yesterday, it appears to me that she used that to degrade you and try to manipulate you. Those are my words, no one else's words. You had already apologized. What you said, you know, was wrong. It didn't only affect Maria, but it affected other people. You apologize. You apologize to her. You apologize to the other people that it affected or that it may have affected. That's what you said. That to me was an apology. You did it. My panel, John's panel, and you said you apologized also on Vegas, which I didn't listen to the whole thing. Okay, and I do believe that I believe that, but last night John went live and I watched it this morning. Okay, uh, whew. First of all, I'm going to say, yes, he did text me and said he wanted to go back to having fun and talking about the switchbacks and everything. Yes, he did. I was also asked to, well, I'm not getting into that, but I heard he say that Paul was on my panel um, discussing him, and I left him a comment on his YouTube channel. When Paul came on my panel that day, he came up to discuss Jules, the B. Okay, the $2 mattress, the prostitute, her. He came up to discuss her. He brought up John's name, and I said, we're not going to be discussing John. You said you wanted to discuss the B. And he got back on topic. Now, then I heard he read something where somebody was telling him that Paul was on my panel talking about the phone call. Paul was not on my panel talking about that phone call. Terry Lynn came up on my panel after they went live on Brooks that night when they found out about Debbie and Debbie, with Sundowners, her husband still dying. The whole family came by to say bye to him. That was like 4.5 years ago. Debbie had made the call to the cops. Well, I take it that Paul and TL had a conversation backstage. Okay? TL came on my panel and she started talking about what their discussion was, and she said she recorded it. And then she started playing some of it. And she said, I'm going to download it and I'm going to send it to you. I never, ever received that. Then I remember John went live and said that I had the proof that Maria was responsible for, oh my God, I'm choking up. Maria was responsible for the phone call. And at that time, I remember distinctly, I said, the only thing I had, Bambi sent me a a screenshot of Paul talking to her about trying to get her to make a call. And this was after we found out who made the call. Baby sent me a screenshot, and in that screenshot, Paul had stated that Maria wanted nothing to do with that. Okay? Okay, and I can send you that screenshot. Well, hopefully, because Bambi's had 2 IGs. But Bambi will remember it was after we found out that Paul and Debbie did that. That's when Bambi sent me that screenshot. And I read it. I said, and it stated that Maria wanted nothing to do with it. So John said that I had the proof, and I said it on my live. I said the only proof I had, it does, and I did say at that time, I said, if I had the proof, I wouldn't give it to him. And I said that at the time. I said, if I had it, I wouldn't give it to him. But now hearing all of this and how Maria is now saying that she was the one that tipped him off. First of all, I'm going to ask this question. I'm listening to E, or whoever it was that said that Maria sent them the recording. How did Maria get that recording? Why did she have it? Did they pull a FOIA for it? I also told John in a message that, and then I did it on Brooks' panel. Well, I did it on Brooks' panel first. Why I called the police department, because we were being blamed for a bolo, which I was being blamed for a bolo. So then when I called, we find out that that bolo was not true. It had nothing to do with Cody. And then the truth is, I didn't believe that the cops were there. And then I saw the Ring camera footage that John put out. And I was like, who in the fuck would do that? So I'm going to say it here, and I'm going to say it now. I had nothing to do with any police calls. I had nothing to do with any of it. Now, I know he's upset. I know that he feels that everybody knew about it, or at least 9 people, he said, knew about it. I knew nothing about it. Nothing. I just wanted to find out if that bolo was true, because I didn't believe it. Now, this whole thing about, oh my God, it's too much in my voice. I'm going to have to cover this because I need to cover Ann's portion of it too. And I need to do both because Ann went live today. And I need to make sure I have my notes together and everything together because I don't want to put words in Ann's mouth. I don't want to put words in John's mouth, but I will cover both. I will cover both. E is going to go live and she's going to play one of Paul's lives. Now, my whole thing is exactly what I said the other day I didn't want to see happen is what's happening right now. I heard John says, where's Heidi? John, you know, I go to sleep. I sleep at night. I don't know what time he did the live, but I can guarantee you I was knocked the fuck out. I don't stay up at night. Well, unless I'm out in the casino gambling and then I'm up all night. But anyway, I don't stay up all night. Now, I don't know if he knew that bolo wasn't real, which I'm thinking he didn't know because it was the surprised look on his face when he himself called the police department. So I don't play that. Again, Ann has a lot to say, and I need to go back and listen because honestly, I was getting ready for my live and I was talking to Susan. I understand that the bee is now having a fit because Maria let Julie in the chat. Again, she stomps her feet. She doesn't get her way. I don't know how anybody in their right mind, could ever tolerate. I just can't believe this shit. I really can't. I really, really can't. We're back to where we were a year and a half, 2 years ago. 2 years, a year and a half, 2 years ago. So again, I've never had any proof that I knew who called the police. Never did. Never did. Paul never even said anything like that to me. I found out, like everybody else did, when that call was played, who did it. And that's when I received the screenshot from Bambi. And I read the screenshot on my live. No, Julie isn't causing problems for anybody. Yep, I need to listen to Ann because I really was on the phone. I had her on my computer, but I was on the phone talking to Susan, try to see exactly what it is that she wanted to discuss. And I told her, I said, you can come up or I'm going to talk about it, period. Oh, John went off on a bee. Well, I did. I heard him go off on a bee last night. I heard him go off on Addie too. And yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna get out of here, guys. I need to listen to this, and now I'm gonna listen to E11's live as well because this is these damn gummy bears are so damn good. Okay, hold on a second. I need to drop the link one more time. Okay, there we go. Okay, I'm sorry, I had to check something. Amber wanted the link. Okay, hold on. Let me get Amber. Hold on, let me get Amber. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Wasn't Brooke in here? I don't know if she's still in here.
I
But
don't know.
Texas Girl, one more thing before you close out about Texas Girl, because I don't really want to address her again, because I don't know how long my voice will be out. But I will say this, Brooke can attest to this, and you know, since I have your address, not only did I send Brooke a C&D, I also sent her husband a C&D to let him know the fuck shit she was doing while we were arguing and going back and forth. So my Texas attorney still exists, Brooke. I'm sorry, Texas Girl. So if you think for 1 minute you can get out of this and not let your husband know that you're still fucking around in the DC posting shit and causing shit, I'll send his ass a C&D in lieu of your ass fucking around, just like I did Brooke.
Wait a minute, is she still posting?
No, I'm just saying, this is the last time I'm hoping to have to address her. Next time, I will be certified, signature copied, he must sign for it, Texas Girl, to let him know that you're fucking with me. Don't do it, because you can ask Brooke. I sent one to her husband too. And I love Brooke's death today.
Oh yeah, that was
Either way,
back in the day. Oh yes, you. Oh my God.
that was way back in the day.
Yeah.
I sure did. For significant, enough in my path to not get one of those, or I don't know, special or in some way that I wouldn't do it to you. Think not. Okay? Because all I got to do is make one fucking phone call and 2 C&Ds later. Your husband will know you're still in the fuck shit knees deep.
Hi,
Okay?
Oscar. How you doing, Oscar?
Yes. Yes. So anyway, and I know where to exactly send them. And now that he's retired, honey, knock knock, bitch. Don't post nothing else. And I highly suggest, don't even fucking address this shit. Because if you address it and one fucking lie comes out, then I'm doing it. I'm done. I'm fucking done.
Amber, are
Walk
you
away.
gonna dox her? You're not
Walk.
gonna dox her.
No, I'm gonna send her a fucking C&D, and I'm gonna send one to her husband. Keep fucking with us, Texas girl. I'm telling you now. This is it. This is my final fucking warning.
Wait a minute, Amber. Look what the Shannon said. She said, "Have it delivered in an edible arrangement."
Oh my God, I'm dead. Shannon, don't give me. Shannon, don't give me no damn freaking. Don't give me no kind of freaking
That's a good
suggestions because
idea, though.
I will do some fuck shit. But I don't even want to dox her because I know everything about her, and then that would just put me back. So I take that back. I'm not even gonna dox you, but I am gonna tell you. Next time you come out with something and it's fuck shit, I'm gonna send you and your husband both separately, and you're both gonna have to fucking sign for it. And he's gonna ask you, "What the fuck is this?"
Woo.
You can ask Brooke if I won't do it. She'll tell you in a heartbeat. I sent her and her husband one.
Girl, stop. You better stop. Oh, he
So
really
you better
will
shut
leave
the
you.
fuck up. You better go back to your Canva tutorials and fucking yodeling on the fucking opera stage, bitch. Cause I'm done. Yodeling hoo, yeehaw that bitch. I'm out.
All right. Got you, girl. Whew. I would heed that warning if I was you. I would heed that warning. All right, guys. I'm out of here. E11's going to go live. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you. And I'll see you guys later. Have a great one. Bye. Damn muddy ass streets.
I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some honestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable. Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it.